Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. And this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 101B. This is a piece of solid architectural bronze. Some people call it brass. Threshold. With this profile. This is intended to be what Pemko calls a threshold cap, and it certainly can sit on top of an existing threshold and cap it off, allowing you to have the ability to use an interlock sort of system for sealing the bottom. I also have people that have used this as a standalone threshold where just a very small space is necessary that is allotted to use a threshold within, and then an interlock or a hook is important as well. This 101 is representative of the profile of what you're seeing here. The B means brass or architectural bronze, and it is available from Pemko in all of the finishes that they can do on a piece of solid brass. This is mill. This is what it looks like right when it comes from the factory, and if you buy a 101B, it's going to be a mill finish. You can get this in the satin brass, polished brass. You can get this in an oil rubbed bronze. Other finishes that can be done on brass are also possible. But those satin, mill, polished, and oil rubbed are in the website for sure. Now this threshold is going to feature the hook strip that comes with it, which is what is going to allow you to have the interlocking ability. So this is Pemko's B61. This is a piece of brass, and it is called a hook strip or a J strip. Use your imagination. It certainly looks like the letter J. This would get nailed to the bottom of the door, and when the door closes, it will mate to the threshold just like this. So the door closes and interlocks right there. This is a really good sort of mechanical seal for the bottom of a door, known to last decades. I've seen thresholds, interlocks like this in use for decades of service. And the only time, really, what happens is the threshold certainly isn't going to wear out. Not that thresholds do, but something made of solid brass is something that I've seen installed that are 100 years old. The hook strip, the J strip, or Pemko's L strip. You can do an L version, which would surface mount to the face of the door. Those are bought because they will, over time, get unintentionally damaged. Speaking from practical experience, your kids might leave the shoes kicked off right underneath the door. When you go to open up the door, it will rip the hook strip right off. That's what is going to happen if that's the case. So it's not uncommon to sell the replacement hook strips because they will get damaged over time, or they can anyway, get unintentionally damaged. So there is nails included with this. You're going to get nails, and this is for attaching the hook strip to the bottom of the door. You're going to get screws. Those are going to be solid brass screws as well, for going into the countersinks that have been provided. Your system, again, is going to look just like that. Okay. Now, there is an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about the 101B. Let's take a look at that now. You can see from that image that the threshold is 1 1/8 wide. Okay, that is indeed the case. And that it's 5/16 high, and that's going to be really good for allowing you to achieve a very small undercut underneath the door. 5/16. Okay. So if I was going to be, first off, if I was going to be buying this with an existing door, I would sure make sure that my undercut was going to be somewhere about 3/8 or 7/16 distance from the whatever this is being attached to the bottom of the door. If I was manufacturing a new door, I would calculate in the fact that this is 5/16 high. I might give myself, every bit of 1/8 of an inch for the margin of the hook strip, and for using the J style. You can see from the bird's mouth that's on that hook strip that there's plenty of room there for a little bit of margin. 1/8 of an inch for sure. This is also available in aluminum-based materials. Mill finish, bright dip gold, dark bronze, and just the standard gold finish as well. There is in the website this threshold in not only the different finishes we talked about on solid bronze, but also the aluminum-based ones as well, but also in several different lengths. Now, if you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field what length you want us to cut the material back to. The reasoning is if you had to take this 3-foot piece, sorry, this is a 48-inch piece, and cut it down to say 42-inch, you'd probably eliminate that countersink. And the next one's all the way over here. So you're stuck drilling another hole, and while it's brass, not very difficult to drill through, the problem with it is you don't want to have to pay for any more than what you need while the material is sold per foot. If you need something that's about 46-inch, order 48, don't order 54, because that kicks it up to the next cost. Then the other reason, if you're doing a polished brass or satin brass or oil rubbed, mill finish is not such a big deal because someone who's buying mill finish, they specifically are intending for it to age with time and to corrode, as brass will do if it's unfinished. But if you've got polished or satin or oil rubbed, you don't want to have to cut that. It's going to look really nice when it comes from the factory with that finish. So I'm a fan of ordering the exact size you need so that you're not stuck recutting it, re-drilling it, doing any more potential damage than you need to during the installation process as it stands. So if you have need for custom length, order the next longest piece, indicate in the comment field the net length to cut it down to, and that's how we'll ship it. Again, the J strip is going to be included with this. You can also do the L strip. It is just a surface mount L, and that would attach to the face of the door and then interlock to the lip of that 101, which is right here. It would be an L shape that would interlock right to the face of this. Pemko is a full-line manufacturer of all things weather stripping related, not only a threshold cap like this. And a threshold cap is being said because you can have an existing saddle threshold or an existing condition where you want to turn it into an interlock. This would be appropriate for that. Or again, that profile, that application where you have only a small amount of room within which to work. But now Pemko doesn't only make material made of brass, obviously, aluminum, stainless steel as well, a full-line comprehensive manufacturer of all things commercial weather stripping as well as residential. If you have any questions on the Pemko 101B, threshold cap, interlocking, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.